First, I would like to congratulate you for your attendance and for your sabr and for your care for knowledge. And I think you know that the way to knowledge is an access to Jannah. The way to knowledge is the access to Jannah. And there are many people who are ascetic. And we know that zuhud is an important demand, a good thing, a noble thing, to be zahid. You know the meaning of zahid. To be zahid is very important, but not to be zahid in ilm, because most of the people are zahid in ilm. Zahid means ascetic. It's the root of zahid is asceticism. And that means a person who doesn't really care much about this life, knowing that the other life is the most important one. I have nothing. So, since this is a problem, I would urge all our brothers to switch off the mobile if they do me that favor, because we don't want to hear that noise again. Especially, we want this to be well recorded. Jazakumullahu khairan. So, since we know that this life requires zuhud, asceticism, but there is something very important that the Prophet ﷺ told us. He told us ﷺ that ad-dunya, life, is mal'una, is dismissed. Mal'una, if we take it literally, it means cursed. But the meaning of the word cursed means الطرد والإبعاد. الطرد والإبعاد. So that means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had created the life, but this life is dismissed to Him. It's not really required. He created life for us, but He did not create us for this life because He wants us to live that other life, which switch off. I was going to say which, but I want to use now the word switch. So switch it off, please. Yes. So He created life for us, but which He was praising and describing it with the most beautiful description. So the Prophet ﷺ said, الدنيا ملعونة ملعون ما فيها. The life is despised, it's cursed. Cursed everything therein with it. إلا ذكر الله, except the remembrance of Allah. وما ولا أو عالما أو متعلما. Those are the exceptions in Allah's perspective. To be a teacher or a learner. And don't forget that when Musa was asked, do you know anyone who has more knowledge than you? He said, I don't think. He said it in a very humble way. He was not boasting, but he said, I don't know. I don't think there is someone who has. Since the Prophet Musa is involved with wahi from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that's what he expected. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala corrected him, told him that there is another one in Majma' al-Bahrain, the meeting of the two seas. Then what was the attitude? What was the next thing with Musa? Is to go there. There is someone who has no knowledge. We go to him. Ibn Mas'ud, he said, if I know someone who has more knowledge than me in illustrating the book of Allah, that my cattle can be able to reach, I will go to him no matter where he is. Umar radiallahu anhu, he used to work a day and come back at night and discussing with his neighbor who dedicated his daytime with the Prophet. They explore at the end of the day, at night, what his neighbor took from the Prophet ﷺ. The other day, they swap. Umar goes to the Prophet, spends a day with the Prophet, and the neighbor goes to seek provision. So, they did not achieve to be leaders and to be leaders in guidance except by this. And he said himself, Umar radiallahu anhu, تَعَلَّمُوا قَبْلَ أَن تُسَوَّدُوا. Seek knowledge before you'll be pushed to any kind of leadership, before you'll be leading others. And the Prophets were extremely enthusiastic to be leaders in guidance. Those are the greatest kind of businessmen. Their best business is to make sure that if they die, they will be getting the blessing and the reward of every single beneficial knowledge that they gave to people before they died. So they want to have a guarantee that even after they die, the credits of good deeds still going on continuously for them. What kind of people are those? So I want you to be benefited with this and remember the importance of seeking knowledge.